Welcome back everyone. Today I'm taking a look at the Legacy Collection Explorer Jeep with Timmy and T-Rex from Mattel. Here it is in the packaging, and this is the first time we've had a package in the main line that is completely enclosed, like there's some clear plastic on the front there. Normally these toys are always open at the front so you can kind of touch it, but I like that this is protected from dust and getting scratched and things. It's really nice artwork in the background. You've got all the broken fencing from the scene in the movie where the T-Rex escapes and the rain coming down. Looks really nice. They've been putting a lot of effort into the artwork for these packages lately. Really nice artwork in the background. And here with the outer packaging taken off, you can see the artwork in the background there with the rain coming down in front of the T-Rex and the vehicle. Really nice kind of diorama piece in the background. It's a shame it gets ripped when you take the figures out. And the back of the box just shows the toy and some of the action features. This set comes with the Ford Explorer, Timmy, and a T-Rex. And I'll go over the T-Rex first because it's pretty much one that we've seen loads of times now in the line. It's the Extreme Chomping T-Rex, and I'm pretty sure most of you will have had at least one of these because it's been recoloured now about 5 times at least and re-released, and it is quite a good basic T-Rex that's reasonably cheap, cheaper than the larger electronic ones anyway. It's got good articulation in the neck, even if it does make it look like it's wearing a neck warmer around its neck there. But there's loads of really good articulation in the neck there, which is double jointed for up and down. It's got the chomping jaws there. When you press the button, it makes the mouth open and close. The arms go forward and backwards like that, as well as having a bit of a swivel to them, so you can kind of have them moving around like that. So there's a decent enough range of motion there. Legs go forward and backwards, and the feet swivel as well to kind of help stabilise it. With the legs you can get him kind of looking upwards and roaring if you want, or you can have him facing down as more of a stalking pose. So you can get some nice looks out of it. And then the tail swivels around as well on kind of a ball joint. And when you get this, the tail isn't attached, so you have to just pop that in, and once you've popped it in you can't pull it back out again. And the colour scheme is very similar to the 2020 T-Rex, that vibrating one. I can't remember what it was called now. So many different T-Rexes with different names. But it's that one that does the vibrating thing when it roars. That's probably the one that's painted most similarly to this new Rex. And the Extreme Chomping is quite a bit smaller than the other T-Rex. It's a bit too small really, in my opinion. But it doesn't hurt having another T-Rex that comes with this set. But really that electronic one looks a lot better with the Jeep. Looks a bit more to scale. I do think the vehicle scales a lot better with one of the larger T-Rexes though. I think that Extreme Chomping is just a bit too small. See, this is the larger one. I just think it looks better, kind of towering over the fence, like in the movie. And there's the app code quickly. And then we've got Timmy, who comes with the goggles that he puts on in the film. Those kind of night vision goggles. They're green for the most part, with some yellow lenses at the front. And that just slips off his head. And it's got a pretty nice face sculpt, considering how small this figure is. And here's an adult, just to show you just how small Timmy is. And the adult figures aren't that big, they're only 3 3/4 inch. So Timmy is really small, but despite how tiny his head is, they've got the likeness down pretty well. It's not perfect, but you can definitely recognise that it's supposed to be that actor. For articulation, there's no elbow articulation, but the shoulders do go out to the side and round. Like that. The head moves from side to side. It's pretty tight though on mine, but it does go from side to side. Like I say, arms go in and out and up and around, and then the legs will go out to the sides like that, as well as forward and backwards So it's got pretty good articulation, pretty much the same as all the other figures, except no elbow articulation. And I guess that's because he is so small. I forgot to say when I was out, but he does have knee articulation in the legs as well. So you can get him into some good seated poses. And here he is next to the Kenner Timmy, which is about the same height as the adult figures in the new line, because the Kenner line was a slightly larger scale. And he hasn't got a particularly accurate face sculpt, he just looks like kind of a generic 90s kid, and the outfit isn't that accurate either. He hasn't got his denim shirt on, but he does have the kind of khaki shorts at least, I suppose, and the white socks and trainers, but he's just got like a white t-shirt and bandoliers on. But he also came with the goggles. His aren't painted, they're just grey, but they were quite nicely detailed. And I do like that that's just an accessory that's been brought forward with the Mattel version as well. And the goggles do fit in his gripping hands as well, so you can have him just carry them around like that too. Now we just need a Lex. She's the only character that survives the first movie that hasn't had an action figure. She didn't get one in the Kenner line, and she hasn't had one from Mattel yet, but I think they probably will, because they seem to be covering all the characters. And now the Explorer, which is the main draw of the set for me, because I never had this in the original toy line. It's really hard to get hold of second-hand complete as well, because there were so many bits that came off it, like some of the bumper and the front boot, and that would come off. It's like dyno damage, so you hardly ever see them complete on eBay, and if you do, they're quite expensive. So this is really great to have, and this is a lot more accurate than the Kenner version as well. A lot of the detailing, rather than being painted on, is stickers, and you can see it here around the edge of the sticker, which is kind of a shame, because I do worry that they will start to peel off over time, and up close you can see that it's a sticker on there. It just doesn't look as good as if it was painted details, but it doesn't look too bad. Some of it shows up more than other, like on the door there you can't really tell that that's a sticker, but you can see this is Explorer 4, and I wonder if we'll get some of the other Explorers. Maybe they'll release it again, Explorer 3 or 5 or whatever, with Lex and some other dinosaurs. And you can see there where the sticker kind of goes over a bit of a curve at the front of the bonnet. It's starting to come away slightly as well, so I worry that over time that will come unstuck even more. And all the headlights are stickers as well, those two round ones there, and then the ones that are behind the kind of bull guards there, they're all stickers, but they seem to be on quite well, though one of my spotlights at the front there is coming away a bit. And you can just see the light in there behind the bull guard as well. You see once again there, just around the edge, it's sort of coming away a little bit and I can't get it to go down. So that's a bit of a bummer. I suppose it is a lot of detail, maybe it just would have cost too much, because there's a lot of different colours and patterns on this vehicle. Maybe it just would have cost too much to have it all painted on rather than stickers, which I guess are cheaper. See on the back you've got the Jurassic Park license plate 04, and then it says Explorer down the bottom, XLT. So really nice little details like that on there. It's only tiny, but they've gone to the effort of adding it on. You've even got the handle and a little keyhole as well on the boot there, and Ford in the corner. It's nice that they got the license to have the official Ford logo on there. On the bonnet there's that extra spotlight. You've got the wing mirrors, which the first Jeep didn't have, but the second one, the most recent one, has. Then on the roof there are some more lights there, and you've got the action feature. Now on the original this is one of the things that would come off and get lost on the Kenner toy, but I like that on the Mattel one this here is on a spring, so it will go down if you want to have like a T-Rex attacking, but it won't come off and get lost. It will just spring back up. So you can recreate the scene where a T-Rex smashes his face through there, but it will just kind of spring down like that. You don't have to worry about losing it. All 4 doors open. There's no window in the side doors. There's windows everywhere else, but not in the side doors. But if you want to, you could cut some windows out of that clear plastic from the packaging, and if you cut them to size and glue them on the inside. I've done that before with G.I. Joe vehicles. They actually make quite good windows. I'm not going to bother with this. I'm kind of fine with this not having the side windows. But even on the insides of the doors, there's a lot of detail. There's like the inside handle and all that inside the door there, as well as all the details in the front there. There's the screen in the middle between the 2 seats. Got the steering wheel and the dashboard. There's air vents, and if you can quite see them here, but there are some air vents sculpted in there. For a bit of a closer look inside, and behind the steering wheel there are a few things at the top there, like a speedometer and stuff. So there's quite a few nice details. Even the steering wheel's got some tiny details on. From the other side there you can see the air vents and the dashboard and the screen in the middle, even the radio and what looks like a kind of CD player. And then in the back there's a screen as well between the 2 front seats for passengers in the back to watch. You can see the back doors don't open as wide as the front doors, which can make it a little bit difficult getting the figures in there, but it's not too bad. It's nice detailing on the seats as well, you can see from up here. It's a bit hard to see because of the shadows, but you can fit 4 figures in there. You could maybe squeeze Timmy in the back seat as well, in between 2 adult figures, but it would look a bit too packed in there. Really, it is designed just for 4 figures in the front and back seats. Like that. But there is space in the back there where you could put some figures if you wanted, but really it'd be better for putting the weapons in. You can just kind of dump them in the boot there. There's quite a lot of space in the back. So like I say, you could either have 2 figures sitting in there you could probably squeeze in, or it's handy for accessories. And if we turn the Explorer over, you can see on the underside there's some details as well. So if you want to have it that the T-Rex kind of knocks the vehicle over or whatever, like it does in the film, there's still a lot of details there so it doesn't look cheap and doesn't kind of shatter the illusion. There's even a spare tyre at the back there. It's not removable, the tyre's just kind of sculpted in, but it's nice that it's there. And here it is with the Jeep that we had before, the older one, not the newer one with the soft top. They do look nice together. The Jeep looks sort of bigger than the Explorer. I don't know what these vehicles look like in real life next to each other, but the Jeep looks bigger, which I don't know, I wasn't expecting really. I mean, they're both the same scale, so I guess this must be reasonably accurate to how they would look next to each other in real life. Both pretty iconic vehicles. None of the vehicles from any of the sequels are as memorable as these, even all those ones from the Lost World, which were pretty cool, and I'd like to see some updates of them. But I don't feel like they were ever as memorable really and stuck in people's minds like these 2 vehicles. Maybe the gyrosphere did a bit from Jurassic World. For the next vehicle in the line, I would love that big trailer thing from The Lost World that Ian Malcolm and his team had that got pushed over the cliff, because that kind of doubles as a playset as well, and I never had the original Kenner one, and it's really hard to get hold of complete and really expensive, so it'd be great if Mattel released that, because Mattel haven't really released any playsets so far, except for that kind of lava thing that came with the Baryonyx, which was a sort of a slime pit type toy. I didn't get it, it didn't really look all that great, and I'm not even sure if it was released in the UK. But that trailer from The Lost World would be awesome. Probably really expensive. It would be awesome if they released that. It'd be great if Mattel gave us some fencing as well, because even the old Kenner fencing is hard to get hold of. I've got some from my original playset, but it'd be nice to get more. And I don't know, fencing wouldn't be that hard for them to produce and expensive, I don't think. You could put it in a set if you had just like a little pen that came with some of the dinosaurs, and the pen was made up of all these fencing parts. That'd be pretty cool. So thanks for joining me everyone for this look at the Ford Explorer with Timmy and the T-Rex. Really nice sets, really great to get this vehicle. I don't think the vehicles tend to sell as well as the dinosaurs, sadly. I think that's why they've started packaging the vehicles and the figures together with a dinosaur, because I don't think the human figures sold all that well either. So I think the only way they feel they can get them out is to kind of put them with a dinosaur, like the Dennis Nedry that came with a Jeep and a Dilophosaurus, which is still quite cool sets to have. So thanks for watching everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video.